We've got a situation going on here. A code red. Developers are in damage control mode once again. I think if you're seeing this video, you probably have an idea of what's been going on, but does anybody ever truly know the full story? The developers have officially sniffed out my most recent in-game character. It was long overdue, 4 months to be exact, and now I finally get to post the clips I've collected. This is my 18th account. It's safe to say that most of the time I get banned, that's it. The devs just move on and nothing happens. Every once in a blue moon, disaster strikes and people go down with me. It's happened again, and my thought before we dive into the details is that it's probably happened because they're mad they didn't catch me earlier. The longer I play with my fellow players, the more they end up liking me. Turns out I'm actually not a bad guy. Or am I? An entire guild was effectively wiped out, almost the same way it happened with Oni last time. Although I started my character Uzi in Midland, when I nation swapped to Sangmar, I joined a guild called alnodsglory, led by my newfound Lord and Savior, Alnod himself. I can't recall ever seeing the name Alnod before, and as far as I'm concerned, he's a newer player. I was immediately captivated by Alnod's devotion to roleplay, and very quickly he became the best guild leader I've ever had. When I joined Alnodsglory, there were already a few names I noticed. At least 2 of these players would end up getting banned with me. The first being Alnod himself, the leader, the second being Spreen, an officer. I'm absolutely certain these bans were due to unreasonable suspicion of aiding me in playing the game. I really don't need anybody to help me play GV. Never have, never will. What these bans typically mean is, I think we found someone who's friends with Macy, let's hit him where it hurts. In reality, all they're doing is attacking their community and hurting their game activity. On top of these 2 players being banned, another player named Big Bill was clapped. I invited him to the guild upon seeing him in Capital. I noticed him because he was using one of his old usernames. Bill's accounts were mistakenly banned in the past for being Daikul's alt, and then, once again, for being a Macy alt. Bill is one of the more unfortunate cases because all it should take is a quick comparison of IPs and hardware IDs. But because the devs likely suspect whoever he is of being my friend, they have refused to go through standard procedure in unbanning him. My point is that not even the devs know who Bill is, which means he, as his own entity, has never technically been banned. With that being said, these are 3 players, not previously banned, who were just executed by Black Eye Games. When the devs prance around lying about the things they're attempting to do behind the community's back, it always leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Throughout my time in Alnodsglory, I was eventually promoted to Vice Leader. Putting all this into perspective, they successfully excommunicated not only the leader or main officer, but also the vice leader. I'm not sure how you can see this in any other way than destroying Alnodsglory. When they say there were 5 previously banned players who were just banned, this is on top of the players I just mentioned. It's such a slimy way to maneuver around genuine criticism of their behavior. I played with over half a dozen banned players this time. I essentially brought the whole swamp with me. I understand they're mad, but leave the innocent players out of this. Within 24 hours of these bans, a Discord alt by the name Wharton Dreadhand entered the official Discord and began aggressively challenging the devs in the name of freedom. It was a valiant effort that did not go to waste. With the support of the community, the devs were pressured into undoing their mistakes, lifting the bans from both Alnod and Spreen. This came at a price though. A new in-game permaban was issued, this time on the actual player named Wharton Dreadhand. I've never seen Wharton harass anybody or treat people like trash. At the time of this going down, I wasn't convinced the Discord alt was really Wharton, and to tell you the truth, I'm still not convinced. The only correlation appears to be the name. Maybe the devs have more information they could share. In that case, I'd hope for a little more transparency. You shouldn't be throwing in-game bans at players just because a Discord alt with the same name is trolling. That will inevitably lead to bad results. You cannot disagree with this. After covering Wharton, that brings us to 4 total players banned, who were not previously banned players. Again, this is on top of the 5 the devs mentioned. That's a 9 player ban wave for exclusively North America Sangmar. I should mention that I do have respect for the decisions to right a couple of their wrongs, but I seriously doubt Alnod or Sprain received an apology. I also doubt Bill or Wharton are going to be unbanned, else they would have been already, which is why I decided to proceed with this topic. Lastly, before this video ends, next week may very well be a double upload because there's been a lot of drama surrounding Zombie Scholar streams, and I would love to cover that. I encourage everybody to jump over to his Twitch channel right now and hit follow. I'm currently active in his Discord server, so if you want a place to respectfully discuss Gloria Victis, the link will be in the description of this video or in the bio of his Twitch channel. That's it for this video. The swamp can never be drained. Oh, one more thing. Nice try, Jog. Lord of the Swamp, Lord of the Swamp, Lord of the Swamp!